They definitely are. A lot of freshmen on this Rutgers team. And for Michigan, it's going to be Pilato for Rutgers. He at least gets the clamp. We'll see who gets the ground ball, though, as that one comes free. Michigan will have the control here early on as they will get set up and maybe try to push it quickly as that ground ball will come free, but then picked right back up by Marlowe.
And that's exactly what we're going to need to see all day long here, as there we go.
Oh, and a flag
easy flag
down.
to the official.
So it's going to be man up early.
Yeah, you see Jackson Clay out there, which, really coming on later in the season with those injuries. Good to see him out on the man up. He's a seasoned guy, local West Side guy. Played at High Point, now over here with his brother, continuing that tradition of Clay's on Michigan.
As there it is, the goal to start off. As Michigan will be able to score, and they've still got 27 seconds left on the penalty here, so they will still be man up with 14:05 left to go here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, Mulholland showing why he was a second-team Big Ten nominee or award winner this year. He's got that shot. He's been a little inconsistent with the stroke, but all he needs is a little bit of time and room, and he was able to bury that one in.
Taking their time here on this possession, about 30 seconds left on the shot clock. As that long dodge inside, not really going to get much there. Very tough angle for the shot from Curdilla. Colin Curdilla, you just don't have much of the net to shoot at there.
No, and, this is a young offense. If there is a place to take advantage, they do have a slight speed advantage over the D-middies here, and I would expect to see that more often.
Oh, there's a nice save coming from that near side try. Hunter Taylor able to start the clear.
This year especially, a point of emphasis for the officials is that it has to be a clear shot. You can't just throw it over the net and deep and hope for the best. That one was, looked like a shot, but it was certainly not a good one.
Well, Cohen coming around the net and scores from X. He wraps around and gets the goal with the left hand, makes it 2-1 Wolverines, or 2-0 Wolverines, excuse me.
Yeah, and Cohen obviously a little bit of a speed burst there and not enough respect by the Rutgers defender. Gave him too much room. He's scored this goal probably 7 or 8 times in the last couple of weeks. That's just a patented Ryan Cohen goal there.
We've talked about how great of a goalie Cardin Stoller is. You can't do anything to stop that one. I think both of these have been pretty tough on him. But also, the one thing there, the help defense, seemed like there was miscommunication between the Scarlet Knights.
Well, and they didn't respect Cohen. They didn't look to slide to him at all. And here we are, Michigan with 2 shots, 2 goals.
As now they will go back up top for Richmond, the second. Duke Richmond coming down that right alley, looking for the opportunity, will instead pass it back off as they have been moving this ball well, just not getting anything towards the net. Finally, it's Peters, though, and he gets that one by for the goal. 2-1 now, Rutgers.
Yeah, excellent ball movement there by the Scarlet Knights. Working it up, down pick, switches, everything. Then they just take advantage of a good little dodge there. They're about 12 yards out.
As they work this one back up top. That one to Hayden Summer. Summer now taking that one over towards the far side, looking like he's going to dodge down that far alley. Sticks with it in his left hand, takes the shot. Good save. Getting low for that one was number 52. Murphy with the ball now. Passes this one back up top as they get their full substitutions in now, as that's Peters. He'll swing that one back over to the far side. Look to do a little 2-man game there up top. Not going to get much off of the pick was Lawler. Gets inside, though, and scores. A lot of room there for him in the middle. They do like to play a little bit empty for the Scarlet Knights. Allowed for a lot of room, and the slide was just late.
Yeah, poor communication there. There was a little, do we switch, do we not switch, am I going, are you going, and nobody ended up covering him. Sometimes you just need to slow down, see what's in front of you, and that's exactly what he did.
So we're tied up at 2 here with 8:28 left to go here in quarter number 1 in Ann Arbor. As that face-off, this is already starting to be a little bit better for the Wolverines as far as the clamp is concerned, but they haven't been winning the ground balls. So now they'll go back from X, running short on time here. Good stick check, keeping the pressure on right now is Billings, as he keeps that player outside, but found inside. It's Aiello for the goal, and the Rutgers have a 3-2 lead now. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, Michigan again, honestly, great on-ball defense. Right here, Billings is not the guy you want to dodge, but that slide came for no reason at all, and that opened up the middle. In the right position, stick in the right position, there was no threat, and they slid anyway. And the worst thing you can do is slide early when you're not needed.
For sure. Can lead to some really good opportunities. But there's another win on the faceoff for the Wolverines as they're able to control, fake the pick, and give it over to Lobel. Lobel looking towards the middle. Fakes the shot, spins around, gets a little bit of a stick check there. Will get the ball right back on a give and go as he will split to his right hand. Two players come to him. He loses the ball, and Rutgers maybe with the fast break if they can hurry, but a good job of the Wolverines to get back on defense. Yeah, that was a little weird. Usually you want to get that quick restart. Either way, for Michigan, you got a fresh shot clock here and a good opportunity as you give it over to your player in Houlihan, who will then pass it off to Mulholland. Mulholland.
Too much room.
Getting inside, looks for the shot, and that one just bounces in. Got a little piece of it. Did Cardin Stoller, just not enough, and we're tied up at 3.
Yeah, just given way too much room to Aiden Mulholland. I kind of hinted at it as he started his dodge. If you let him have that much room with his hands free, and then the patience there to cross the body and protect the stick and get a little bit closer, and Stoller's just like, come on, guys.
The faceoff has not been their strong suit. This is something that they've had a lot of trouble with going into these games. They have been a lot better, at least in the faceoff dot, than we saw them the last time they played the Scarlet Knights.
Since Weller went down with an injury, it's been a little bit of survival. Now Louderback there, a great clamp. They went with the extremely, I'll pause here for this fast break.
Lockwood coming through, shoots it on the right side, gets it on that far side post, and makes it 4-3 Wolverines. Just a breakdown from the faceoff.
Yeah, they went with the extremely athletic wings there with DJ Dixon, the grad transfer from Wesleyan, local product, and then Billings, the transfer from Princeton. Those are two of the most athletic guys you can have out there for Michigan to help out Louderback because he is creating a scrum. Okay, now Lockwood is known for dipping those elbows and those shoulders and shooting high. That's kind of one of his moves.
And then we have another violation on the faceoff, so the Wolverines get another faceoff. This is how you want it to start if you're the Wolverines. A little bit of stick check there causes the ball to free up. Lockwood can't control it. Ball on the ground, and Cardin Stoller coming out of the net almost was able to get in there and get it. We got a little bit of a scrum. First scrum we've really had in this game. And the whistle goes. We'll see who the push gets called on first because we had both players going. Waiting to see who's making the call here. The pick on the fake, looks for the pass there. Now we'll just go off to that player in Mulholland.
And we'll see how early they slide to him this time.
Mulholland gets the double team, now passes it off as they work this one over to the far side for the shot. And I think that caught the face mask of Stoller. I think looked like that was Cohen on that opportunity. A lot of injuries on this Michigan roster, and they've been handling it well. Have had over 15 different lineups that they've had. There's a shot from the near side. Good save made again by Hunter Taylor, right position, and they were the Wolverines to the ball.
That second half against that early non-conference, low-stakes games. Now they're being thrown in Big 10 tournament first quarter because they just need more guys. They need more guys.
Block in front on that shot, on the shot from Clemens as the ball comes back over to the far side. 4 seconds left. Pass that gets over there. Fakes the shot and goal from Colin Curdilla. They tie the game up with 0.4 seconds left. The Hail Mary pass works.
Yeah, it started off with a missed ground ball by Cohen. A beautiful long pass, which again just slips right past the defender's stick in about 3, 2, 1. Misses that, and then if you miss that, you're clearly leaving a guy open, and one-on-one with the goalie, completely out of Hunter Taylor's hands. He tries his best. A few untimely turnovers on offense, a push when they won the face-off. They're giving those possessions back, and that's where Rutgers is taking advantage.
And Rutgers able to win the face-off here, too, so now they will control to start off. They don't do a whole lot there. They'll do some inverting as well on the offensive side.
And right there, they're playing sub games. They were trying to, both face-off guys were stuck out there. Now Nick Louderback's still stuck out there. He's just going to do his best. They're going to try to protect him.
Oh, what a shot. Colin Kelly just taking that one. That's a far angle shot to be able to get it to go. Looked like it went through 5-hole 2 for Hunter Taylor.
Yeah, they're just like we said, Nick Louderback stuck out there, so they have to help to him early, which opens up that throwback, step-down shot, beautiful placement, and we'll see. Right now they're winning in the margins, Rutgers is.
Track meet was not something we were expecting for sure, as this face-off, just trying to get control of the ground ball player on the turf. I don't think there's going to be any call as a result of it, though, but still have to get that possession, as doing so.
And a coaching point for Brecht or whoever made that call, because
a little bit of contact
and
there.
Here we go. Bonner slides, no need, and then really late for Marlowe to get back.
Luckily for the Wolverines, they weren't able to – the Scarlet Knights were not able to take advantage, but there's a shot. Easy save made by Hunter Taylor as that pass gets picked off right in front. But he's able to get it back.
And a late hit on the goalie, and that's –
there's the flag, too. They saw it.
And he needs to be careful. Hunter Taylor is up in his face. He needs to be very careful. It's always the second guy. Yes, Michigan gets a little bit of a turnover there, and then you want to compound that. And if they score here, that's going to be probably another locked-in penalty. So this could really tilt the game back for Michigan.
And there's the goal, Ryan Cohen. If there's somebody who needed to be the one to make that happen for the Wolverines, that's probably the guy you want on the offensive side. Ties the game up at 5.
And we've seen it time and time again this year. When Michigan needs a goal or needs something to happen on offense, Ryan Cohen is not below GLE anymore. He comes up top, and they put him in a position to do something. They turn him into a scorer, okay?
It looks like it's going to be Michigan ball, though. So
yeah, he's just a high-risk, high-reward player, right? Like, he can make something happen.
Just need him to maybe put a little bit better of a pass on the full man ride there. That one's blocked, and then Stoller comes into the crease to hold on to it. It's going to be Kelly on the dodge, looking over to that far side as they pass it back up to Cardilla. Try to just rotate that defense there as they pass it off to the far side for Aiello. He's been quiet so far today. The shot goes out, and now we'll get those calls. Aiello was an important player the last time these two teams played, too.
Yeah, Michigan content to sit in that full house zone.
As they work this one back up to Klaus. Now to the near side for the shot right into the stick.
You know, just a wasted opportunity.
Yeah. Still tied 5-5, 4:36 left to go here in the first half. As the Wolverines will set their offense up. It's been a little bit since they've been on the offensive end. Dodging inside, taking the shot. I think that hit off the post. Maybe got a piece of Stoller on the opportunity from Mulholland. And now they try to run on the other side, looking for the fast break, but a good defensive play. Pace Billings, the first team all Big Ten player, stepping in and making sure that nothing comes from it.
He's an absolute monster. And that save by Stoller at the other end was a
caught a
kick
piece of
save.
His foot, yeah. And then I think it hit off post after it hit him, too. As there's an opportunity. As that one, it does look like it got by Lobel. No, it didn't get in. They did have a little bit of a better slide there, though, on that last opportunity. Now Duke Richmond dodging on that near side, gives it off to Cardilla. Cardilla with the skip pass over to Peters. Peters gets into the middle, takes the shot. Nice shoulder shrug save. Another one that goes by Hunter Taylor with that first save, and then almost needed a second one there. And up top, they had something there, just a little slow on the pass was Lobel. And now it'll be back over to Cohen. Swims around one, skip pass across. Lobel did not get a shot off as they were right onto his hands. And now the ball comes free. Not going to be able to get around quick enough to get a fast break opportunity, which, not quite as important as it used to be in the men's game. So now Kelly will carry it behind the net over to the far side, pass it off over to Summer. Summer getting a little bit of a pick there, coming around, goal line extended, takes the shot and scores!
Just beautiful execution by Rutgers, great shot, everything is great, but Michigan does itself no favors. They didn't switch. They didn't switch the pick, and then the route taken there for the help, just not what's needed there.
One of the things last time they played against the Scarlet Knights, they left a lot on the offensive side. And don't want to see them do that again. That was something that they wanted as a point of emphasis coming into this game. Pass over to the near side from Cohen over to Lockwood. He's been a little bit quiet in this game too, as Bo Lockwood, at least since earlier on, he hasn't done much since.
And again, we see Lockwood above the cage. Clear indicator that Michigan is a little getting eager to score here.
Oh, and Mulholland able to get into the middle and score and tie this game up immediately. Nice dodge, and then the help defense a little too late to make a difference.
Yeah, and that's a hat trick for him. And just like we said earlier, it's the patience on that dodge. You can see him here. He works underneath with his left hand. He hits the hesitation there, and then he sees a little gap, comes underneath, willing to take the contact, being patient, feeling the pressure, using his big frame. It's the reason why he was second team all-conference.
Making a difference for this team, and another face-off win. This has been huge.
Yeah,
Having Nick Lauterbach win all of these face-offs has made a difference, at least in making sure that this game stays close. And now tied back up again, and another possession for the Wolverines. Still have to get that ball back onto their offense side. It's taking a little bit of time off of the shot clock here, and now they turn it over. Another failed clear. Haven't been many of those, but that could be one of the differences.
And they're offsides, but we'll see if they catch that.
I don't know if they caught it.
Everybody's played defense before in their life. It's just been a while since he's played defense against Division I offensive players.
So see if they can take advantage of that.
They're going to have to slide early to help him here.
Well, the
they
shot from far out, too, from Colin Kelly. There's a lot of traffic in front of Hunter Taylor. I don't think he ever got a good look at it.
No, and I think Case just has to slide a little earlier there. It just, you know they're going to dodge Clemens. That's one of their best shooters. And you can see it's just a little bit too late. He's already got his hands free.
And even though that's a far shot, for a guy with that much juice on the ball, he will take that shot in the middle that wide open. Not quite as much traffic in front of him as I thought, but again, with a shot, you can put it anywhere in the net from the middle. It's still a tough save to make. Rutgers back out in front. Ball in their possession. A quick shot. What an angle to get that one off, too. I think that was Pilato who got that one off. But the possession there was for the Wolverines for a moment. Now a turnover, turning to the shot and goal again from Colin Cardilla. That'll be his fourth in the game.
I was actually shocked that he was the one to shoot that. He hit someone wide open on the backside. But, you know, shooters shoot. He is their best offensive player.
Their second goal for him, excuse me. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here.
Yeah, he is their best offensive player. Pace Billings doing his best. That pass kind of put him into a bad situation. Rutgers just sitting there waiting. Beautiful shot. Not much you can do there as the goaltender. Only missing one in the first half. We've already failed two in a row.
And now the face-offs well in control by Pilato as he gets himself another one. Back down low. Just being kept to the outside for the moment. They are content with just working for the best shot that they can get. Coming around, taking the shot. A little bit of a stick check there on a Colin Kelly. A little bit on his hand, so he couldn't get a good shot off. And a good handoff over to your goalie. Looking for that player coming from X. Not going to make the pass there. Instead, over to Cohen. As Cohen now surveying, tries to send a pass into the middle. And this is something we talked about before we got on air, was sometimes he tries to force a pass that maybe he doesn't need to do. And he did so there. And now we got the turnover and the save made. Falling to the turf was Taylor. That's a huge save for the Wolverine. And now they're down to 9 seconds left on this man-up offense. As they rotate their players there, pass it back up top for Aiello. So Aiello now inverted up top as they find the player right on the crease, wide open. It was Grayson Vorgang as he was right there, no one near him. They finally get a good skip pass to now have a 9-6 lead for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, you see just a slow rotation from the top down. Nobody there.
This year for this team, that's only his fourth goal on the season. So Scarlet Knights getting a lot of players involved to have now this 3-goal lead, and they get themselves the win on the faceoff once again. Lockwood, pass back over to the far side, 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
So Mulholland's there, locked and loaded, ready to go, waiting for the skip pass.
And there it is. Colin Mulholland
Patience with
inside,
the twister.
Goal. Cohen seeing him the entire way like you called it, and it's 7-9. The Wolverines close this gap back to 2 with 3:44 left to go here in quarter number 3.
I mean, there's two guys that you don't want shooting the ball right now, right? For Michigan, it's Mulholland. He's the guy you have to erase. And for Rutgers, it's Stoller. Or not Stoller. It's Cardilla. So, again, patience the whole way through. He doesn't play like an American-based player, does he? but they're running it because they wanted to give a different look at the end of the clock here. They wanted to kind of force a lot of ball movement, not give up an easy inside look.
So they pass it down low, come goal line extended now for that shot on the far side, and it's Colin Cardilla. 10-7, the Scarlet Knights with 6 seconds left on the clock, able to strike again and extend the lead back to 3.
There's one guy you can't let shoot. It's a beautiful shot, too. The placement, I mean, Taylor went low, tried to explode at it, and it just went right over his shoulder, I think. We'll see right here.
Stick side high.
He just went under it.
And perhaps final quarter between these two teams, the 4 and the 5 seed, as the 5 seed Scarlet Knights have control for a moment, but that possession comes free over to Bo Lockwood. He finds a player over on the far side, just can't pick it up, just throws it at the net. It looks like it mud rolled in. Stoller just got enough of it to keep it out, though. It was so close. That ball getting poked free, not able to get anything out of it, though, as it was right back to Zeller, who gave it right back to Kelly. Kelly back over to Zeller. Zeller splits past one. Save made by Hunter Taylor, getting low for that one, and now he'll start the clear.
Michigan back to the zone. Rutgers going to continuously put 2 people on crease momentarily and then pop back out just to create some confusion. Stress different parts of the zone.
Try and get another shot from Cardilla, and he gets the goal again. Goes down 5-hole on Taylor.
I mean, we might want to put a note on the scouting report that this is the guy.
4 goals now for Colin Cardilla in the game. That's his 25th goal on the season.
Whitney just a little slow to get back out there. I mean, again, the ball was stopped.
And of all the players you want to not give those gaps to, Colin Cardilla, one of the top players, second team All Big 10 this year.
Yeah, that's something Lockwood loves to do. He loves to take that low angle shot, kind of dive, throw it backwards across the cage. That one was just off by just a little bit.
19 seconds left here on the shot clock. Cohen down the far alley, takes the shot, bounces up high into the air off the save from Stoller. Cohen closest to where his own shot went out too, and you get the reset on the shot clock to 60 seconds.
Doesn't quite have his head up. He tried to do almost a negative angle shot where he put some topspin on it.
They still have possession though, 45 seconds left to go here on the shot clock. Back to
go.
Cohen now. Gets a lot of room, shoots and scores! Goes down, did a push-up, I think, too, after he did. 8-11. The Wolverines close the gap.
Yeah, Stoller not seeing the ball that well today, and this is why I'm saying they need more shots on goal. I mean, simply put, that is a save that you expect Stoller to make.
Right.
From that distance, stick side low.
That's really good shot placement.
It's a great shot placement.
Instead, just go over to Lawler. Lawler now getting towards the middle of the field. Player stays right with him. Good defense from Enos as this one now. Shot that comes free, but a good stick there. Doesn't get a lot on it, and Taylor makes the save. Around one. Might have an opportunity here. Pushing it down the middle. Far side now. Back up top to the player coming in. Back to the far side. It's over Lockwood's stick. Can he stop it from going out?
He's doing too much. There's no need for any of that.
Colin Kelly splits to his left hand. Not able to get around the player. The ball comes free. Good back from behind stick check to free that one up. And then a nice pass right over to a Wolverine from the defender trying to save it from going out of bounds. Good find in the middle of the field to get it over to Ford.
There's way too much of this trying to run through double teams for the clears.
Yeah, they got to cross too.
That's not a strategy.
And now you get a loaded up shot, and Taylor with the huge save, rebound, and they're able to get it back over to the crease.
And that's just in case, if they're scheming up his own offensive play or whatever, then it's less likely to be successful.
Try to get that player coming around the crease, a little bit of contact there. Ball picked
both
up.
Sides.
I'm a little looks like they called the push.
Mean,
that should have been a play on. That should have been a play on
why
for
bother
sure.
blowing the whistle?
Gets around one. Looking for a player making a cut. Gets now
Gotta get a shot off here.
Got to that area you want, past goal line extend, just never got a shot off. Gets the pass away instead. No angle on the shot coming around from Stanit. If he takes one more step above, they get a great opportunity. 3-goal lead. They don't need to go quickly here. They can hold on for as long as they want before they have to go. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. From behind, pass up top. Look for the dodge from there. Split to his left hand, pass inside, save made by Hunter Taylor.
And he knows how important this ball is right now. He cannot let Rutgers get the ball back and run down the clock.
From the point, dodging inside, pass to the near side. Cohen finds the player on the far side, just couldn't get it into his stick. Was Houlihan. As Houlihan now looking for that player over on the far side, looking into the middle, can't get the shot off. Was Mulholland.
And that's where I want Lockwood just to take the shot instead of passing it to the crease.
Now Cohen behind at X, coming around the crease, swims back over to the near side, takes the shot, and down low, ready for it was Cardin Stoller.
Right off his face mask.
Right when you needed him most, he's right there, blocked the entire low end off.
A place for the transfer portal to really add a few offensive pieces every season. This year, not so much. They've kind of stuck with their youth. If they add one or two pieces in the portal just to add some depth and maybe add some experience, they're going to be one of the teams to beat in the Big 10 next year.
Going to the entire end of the clock, though, the Wolverines did not give up. Rode hard to try and get that ball free. Finally did, but the buzzer goes. It is an 11-8 win for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights over the Michigan Wolverines.